Uh, okay, cool.
Hey, 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 y'all.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome to the mail review, friends and family and people that are watching. You know,
Also, happy Mother's Day to everyone.
definitely
Yeah.
Well, all the
happy.
mothers. I can't say y'all, but
Yeah.
I was gonna
All the
say,
mothers, happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Well, you know what? We are going to get into some things today on today's episode. I am Nelson.
I'm a Richard. Nice to see y'all again.
I'm
I am.
Cordell.
I am Aaron.
And welcome to the mail review, guys. We just finna get into some things today. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there, the real mothers, the ones that are working hard, even with their adult son. And I wish you all a beautiful day. And yeah, let's get into some things.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the first question that I would like to ask you guys is in relationships, dating, or friendships, why do you feel people accept the bare minimum?
Um, I think sometimes people accept what they less deserve because they haven't been shown better, or they haven't experienced better. So when you always been at the bottom, you settle for less. But then when you so used to people showing you like, oh, there's always so much more in this life, especially in relationships and friendships, then you elevate. So I feel like people accept the bare minimum because they haven't been introduced or shown better things.
Hmm. I
I,
like that. I like that. I like that perspective. That's a good one.
I feel like people who accept the bare minimum feel is like Aaron said, they haven't been showing it, but also it's like sometimes you feel like you don't deserve more, like you deserve less, like you like, oh well, I've done this, not even being humble, but like more so like of an insecurity, I guess you could say, because I mean I kind of deal with that sometimes, like where I accept the bare minimum because oh in this particular season or this particular part of my life I just feel like I'm not doing enough, so I'm just it's okay if people treat me like this, or it's okay if I accept this, and it's hand me downs or worn down, and it's not fit for me or I don't deserve it.
I
Mhm.
feel like people accept the bare minimum because uh, because I feel like they don't want to hurt another person's feelings, pretty much. But I feel like F their feelings. Be yourself. Be you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how I
Definitely,
feel.
definitely, definitely agree. I think
I wanted to
I
say the
think
other
that
word, but I left that out.
yeah, we got I would say that I would say that we accept the bare minimum because um let's say you was dating or you was in a relationship and you lost it. Even a friendship, you had a friend for a long time and you lost that friendship. I feel like sometimes we we tuck away, we build like a shield. That's what I learned for myself. You build like a shield. Oh, I could be independent. I don't need no friend. I don't need no man. I don't need nobody. And this can go on for years. If you single for a year, 3 years, whatever. And once you allow someone in, they broke that shield, they threw that barrier now, and you're gonna set whatever they have because now you got somebody in your face again. You know what I mean? Like I can go solo by myself without a friend or a relationship for a long time. So once I get it again, I'm excited and want to keep going and it might be the bare minimum. I don't care. They somebody's in my face. That's what I be feeling.
Kind of like an attention thing.
Yeah, because you ain't have it. You pushed it away. You ain't allow. You ain't allow a relationship. You ain't allow a friendship.
Right.
I'm independent. You know how we always be. I'm independent. I don't need no man. I don't need this. And once somebody get through, it's like I'm gonna accept it. Whatever.
But I feel like everyone needs somebody. Everyone needs
True.
someone to talk to, whether it's a friend, whether it's a
And like some kind of
partner.
companionship, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
everybody needs somebody to talk to, no matter what. So,
Right. I feel like a person going insane just being isolated. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, even an introverted person, they like they solitude. They're not really people person. But however, even in that, everybody needs somebody to talk to. It don't have to be several, but even one. Shit. People pray and do all these things. But it's always good to have some feedback. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
two brains are better than one.
Of course.
yeah.
And sometimes I think also when people have someone to talk to, sometimes people not looking for resolution. Sometimes people just want to be heard. Not everything have to be solution based, and that's where people have to have the discernment to read a situation where is a person looking for a solution or they're just looking to be heard. And sometimes people intertwine those two and get it confused.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a great start, Nelson.
Like, yeah.
Like that's a great start. It kind of like pushes me into the next topic, mental health. Um, I'm a teacher, so I kind of like mental health is important. Mental health days are very important. Like, do you prioritize yourself and put yourself first, or are you the person to be put like on the back burner for the sake of others? Like, you don't want to cause confrontation. You rather just, let me just, just deal with it.
Uh, I swing both ways. Let's say that. For me, I'm now more or pri- prioritizing myself first. But in the past, I'll always put stuff in the back end or dismiss. Like, but then I realized, like, hey, once you keep dismissing a lot of stuff, it's gonna blow up eventually. And when it blows up, it don't look good. So I'm balancing that. Mm.
Mm.
I agree.
for me, for my mental health, pretty much, I've learned to pretty much do a lot on my own because I was used to, like, for example, like going to the movies, going out to eat, things like that. It took me a minute to learn how to do it on my own.
Mhm.
And when I was doing it, when I first started to do it on my own, it felt weird and everything. But now I can take myself out to eat. I can take myself anywhere, and I love it. I actually prefer to do it by myself.
I mean,
For real.
listen, I get it. I get it. And you know what? I say I admire that about you. But to be honest, it's like I guess it's the experience of just having a different presence there that makes it different. Because like everybody could do bad by themselves. I believe everybody got capability to do things
Yeah.
all by themselves. But it's nothing like building having good intimate time and also just building memories because you can always have all the memories to yourself, but it's nothing like having memories with people that actually matter. Hence the word matter, not just people that be here every willy-nilly.
Right.
Yeah, but it's more to me more of like literally a mental thing, just doing it by yourself,
Oh
doing it
yeah,
by
yeah, yeah,
yourself.
yeah, for sure,
Like,
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
for yourself. Like I'm doing this for myself. Like I got it.
yeah.
Right,
This
right.
is
Like self-care. Right, 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 right.
Like I get a
yeah.
lot of times, like even I'll say even like yesterday when I went out and a person asked me like, "You here by yourself?" Literally, I was there by myself at first, but I get that answer a lot sometimes. Like if I just go out to a bar, or club, whatever, and they always ask that question. Majority of the time, I start off by myself, and that's be my time, my little mental time to just vibe, listen to the music on my own. So
Self care is the
Hmm.
best care. I mean, before I moved out of state, I was like doing like staycations. I would pick literally a hotel throughout the city, not too far, like 20 minutes. That would be my radius, like 20 miles. And I would just Uber there and Uber back. Like, 'cause I did not want to drive. I'm like, the whole point of me doing this is to not drive, not do nothing. I'm like, if I have to spend a little money, it's okay. That's exactly what I want. So I went there. I would get in a jacuzzi. I would get a massage. Like it was
Mhm.
nice. I took myself out. There was one time I went to I don't know if y'all know, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Bar Louie.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to Bar. There was a restaurant that was Bar Louie connected to the hotel, and it was a live concert. And I just went in there, sat down, had a drink. I'm chilling. You know, people walking up to me. I'm talking, making conversation. But at the end of the night, and I would always stay for 3 days, like because I was always have to work. You know, the next day. But that was kind of the start of, hey, put yourself first. Like, for you matter. Like nobody else matters, especially because people would drain me and mentally, physically, my pockets,
No, for real.
like my pockets. It would be bad to a point where I couldn't save money. But yeah, no, mental health is very important to me. Especially I teach that to my kids, and they feel
Yes.
for.
I mean, I definitely prioritize myself. I can do it more. I'm definitely the person. I'm like the yes man. So a lot of my family is around, and I can have things put in place and for myself or whatever. I'm like, if anything is thrown my way, hey, can we host a gathering at your house? Sure, why not? But I already have this going on over here. I have to focus on here. I'm just like the yes person. Um, but I do definitely do self care things. I feel that you should always set a time, like every month, every 3 months, do self care things for yourself. Go get your haircut. This is why I like going along too. Like go get my haircut on my own. I go get a pedicure. I might
Yeah,
go to the spa. And I do feel like when you have that time, it's kind of personal. It's kind of personal. You really don't want, to me, I don't be want a lot of people around when I'm doing like self care. I don't want to attend to nobody else needs but my own. I don't
hmm
want nobody because people involved. Everybody need. I want to do for my go get my haircut, go get my pedicure. I might even finna go to the bar, grab lunch. I want to do this for I ain't and nobody's invited.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, Richard, I always hear you say like you take your walks. Like that's good. That's
Yeah,
a good mental thing.
and everybody who knows me knows. Hey, look, he is gonna take a walk through the woods, and everybody, yes, y'all, I take a walk through the woods. It is not like Snow White or any. It is a
Uh,
forest preserve. That's what it is. It's a forest
Oh,
preserve. But sometimes there is a woods up here, y'all, that I walk through, and I'm like, oh damn, there's wood. These are woods. These are woods. That's an animal. That's an animal. I got.
oh, no, no,
No,
no.
okay, so you give me that.
yeah.
Mhm,
If you find something, if you find something in the woods, you gonna handle that.
Going that way.
right. Oh, that's fine.
What she say to the left?
Okay.
Mhm.
So usually during the summer, when it gets warmer outside, whatever, it usually just be me and my dog. We go and we just have peace and quiet, like out in like Fourth Preserve or whatever. And
Well,
that
that
I
should sound
love
like
to do that.
a nice
Yeah.
Yes, I
sports
love
preserve
walks.
walk.
I actually started last summer. I'm getting back into it. I used to do like 2 mile walks on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I love doing this early morning before you talk to anybody, before you get your engine started with the world. I get up at like 7 in the morning, 7:30, do a quick 2 mile in my neighborhood. And that extra time for yourself, it makes you feel so good, like with the whole rest of the day.
It really does.
Anything for
Yeah.
yourself helps you. Like I feel like we need to find more time. Cause we always say, oh, I do, I do for myself. A lot of us say that we need to find more time to cater to ourselves, make sure we are good, because we are always, whether we know it or not, we are always in a giving mode. We got friends, we got family, we got our jobs. So we just find more time to pour into ourselves as much as possible to make sure we okay. Seriously.
You
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay, Richard, thank you for that great question. On to the next one. Okay. What makes you consider living or getting an apartment with a partner or a friend? What makes you consider that? Like,
Oh,
you know,
I,
Mm.
I s- I guess I speak for myself.
I've never had that experience. I don't.
Well, I could speak from it, consider I'm a gay.
Well, if it was to happen, what
For
could you
me,
do it?
well, go ahead, Richard. Answer the
Yeah,
question.
what's the question?
He asked, "Can you do it?"
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've dated people in the past. Um, I'm not gonna say their names, but I've dated people in the past who I've stayed with, or they was not even stayed with. Let me not say that because that's the wrong word. But I like spent
Right.
weekends or like weeks, with over there. But I always come back home because what?
Home,
Um,
home.
I don't play that. I don't
Right.
play.
But I think in the question, it's like, what kind of qualification would you look for? Like, like, say, if eventually one day you get to my state where you be with somebody for like a good 6 year, eventually y'all moving together and things might elevate. So, like, to me, in your eyes, what qualification would you look for? Living with someone, either it's a roommate or even your partner. You know what I'm saying? So, and
I
from your
mean,
experience, what would be your qualification?
you gotta know how to clean because oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
Look,
Clean
like
and clean.
I'm not talking about no tidying up. No, sweetheart. Roll them sleeves up. Give me some elbow grease. Period. Like I don't care.
Did you say elbow grease?
Elbow grease. I just washed my bedroom walls. I gotta do these. What? No, you gotta know how to.
Mhm.
You don't even gotta cook. I can cook. Like I know how to cook. But cleaning is very important. Hygiene is very important.
Very. Oh my lord.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. My family talk about stinky people and ugly people. So don't be that person. Don't be that
Don't
person.
be both. Don't be both.
Right.
Right. You know, I say this, yeah, clean. Like, if people know how to cook, fine. I feel like it's also compatibility. I feel like compatibility is the biggest thing. Like everybody have a different style of how they live and how they move. So it's like, listen, if a person like, let's say for example, they like furniture to be one way, and then your style is like, oh, I like this that way. Like there have to be like a meeting in the middle type shit, especially when it comes to like coordinating and decorating type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And also a person mentality where their mind is at. You know what I'm saying?
For me, usually how it usually starts is like I'm usually at their house majority of the time, like just to a point where it's like I might as well be here every day type of thing because I'm there every day. Like, so that's how it usually starts because usually everything is flowing, everything is right. So it just naturally kind of like
Well,
happens.
in this community, people be like, it's like that meme I see all the time. Gays be like, we just killing and vibe next year, like 3 weeks later they moving in. Yeah,
No,
no,
no, I'm not,
Exactly.
not, no, 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 no. I'm not doing no 3 weeks. No, 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 no.
the guys and the girls be moving fast as hell, and I be like, listen,
Fast.
me and my
90 days married.
me and my man, we was together for a whole year of kind of like, okay, yeah, we spent time with each other, and then all this stuff until a year later. That's when we decided to like move together. So it was a year of evaluation. Some of these men and girls, they be moving fast as hell, and I be like, how y'all do that? Where's the evaluation list? Where's the background? Like,
They
yeah,
be like
Thank
they be
you.
doing hard drugs and beating on
yeah.
you.
I'm like,
It's
come
like
on,
it goes
man.
left fast. And you like, oh my goodness, this is a Lifetime movie. Why
You
would
know
you
And
what? It's like one of those. It's almost like one of those gay influencer skits where they be like a happy couple, and then you turn around, here comes a video of them like, and then they be like crocodile tears talking about, yeah, we ending, and like it just didn't work out, and it's like, oh, bullshit. We already know it was bullshit from the start, so it's like it's whatever. We just doing, I guess.
well,
Mhm.
first of all, The apartment is going to be my apartment because if anything happened, you got to get out and not me. That's
Absolutely.
first. That's
Agree.
first.
Agree.
Okay, that's first of all, and then no, honestly, I'm going to watch your habits. I want to see how you are financially. If you're a partner or a friend, I want to see that you handle business because we are like literally living together. So like, if you don't have your portion of the rent and this and the third late fees and evictions and all of that stuff like you really have to know like who are you dealing with, like is you a hustler or you just finna come in and sit on the couch, and I definitely learned from that. I'm very open though with my place. I could be more closed, but definitely evaluate before you let somebody up in your place because you don't know what they bring in, how they get down, what they like to do. It's just a lot to consider for somebody to live with you. Whew.
And sometimes, when you get to that point when a person is living with you, sometimes people change.
That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
My
They
clothes.
they want they're 1 minute they're this, and then when they get in, start living with you, you just see things started to change. They get more lazy. They stop cleaning up. They stop doing this. So
But
I've had
I
those
feel like
situations
this
happen.
in everything in this life when starting out, especially when you moving in with somebody or whatever in general, everybody leave with their representative. So to me, I feel like a person that come over your house time to time is gonna be different from a person that actually live with you. You know what I'm saying? A person who just a roommate gonna be different from a person who you actually in a relationship with. So it's like you're gonna get different versions and slices of the pie, and technically you're not gonna know how shit is really until shit hits the fan. So
Listen,
just like the person say, you're not gonna really know your partner until you're on the other side of one
Yeah.
listen,
and
Exactly.
divorce.
listen. I've had partners. I'm trying to tell you, I've had partners that I've lived with, and they started out good, and then the next moment they start changing, start cleaning up.
Look, it's like the Bean
I've
Boozled
had them.
challenge.
It could get crazy, and then if they actually like paying money of any type or like actually helping in the household, it can get real tricky and haywire. People can switch up, like Cordero said. You have to watch for that because they could come in super pleasant next month. Everything changed, won't clean up, won't do this. You have to repeatedly tell them, and
Mhm.
sometimes how you vision your place, the next person don't like.
Oh,
You,
exactly.
you might have this beautiful vision for your house, and the other person just want to be nasty. And you know what I'm saying? Like you just got to really, woo, it get
Right,
tricky.
right. So it's like so basically in so many words, we really in reality nobody really truly know a person until you're in deep. So or you're on the other side of the table, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well,
hmm
I love that question, Nelson. That kind of opened up, adapting and change, and which brings me to my question now. Adaptations are important. It's like the saying, wrong place, wrong time. Like, oh wait, no, that's not, or not even that. But there's a time and place for everything, or there's a friend for everything. It's kind of like that.
Right.
So, do you consider yourself to be an adapting person, or are you a person where change is hard to accept?
Mm.
Like it's your way or the highway?
I say this, I feel like sometimes I could be a stubborn ox and I say I could be a little bit of both. But however, I say with time and patience, it took me a minute to accept certain change. Now, remember, context matters. So it depends on the context of what the adaptation is and what the change is. So I feel like it's case by case depending on the factors involved. So it can't be like one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it depends on the logical factors at play. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Some things I'm gonna be stern on, and then some things I'm gonna be adaptable on. It just depends on the situation and the factors involved.
So you can be flexible.
Yeah, I can be flexible. I try not to give everything to everything. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Well, here I go.
Yeah.
I'm not adapting to nobody. They need to adapt to me, and that's just
So it's, so it's your
Okay,
way or
yeah,
the
and
highway.
Wait,
yeah. They need to.
wait
I would
for
say it's my way or the highway, but I'm not adapting to their rules and their habits, and no,
But
you can
I feel
adapt.
like this. I feel like this, and this is no
Okay.
shade. It's not. I feel like it's not about adapting. I think it's not adapting when it comes to individual. I feel like it's more the word of compromising. Like, okay, I'm not
Yeah.
going to change me. I'm not expecting you to change you. You are you. Me is me. But however, where's the middle ground at? Now, I might meet you halfway. You can take a little bit of this, and I could take a little bit of that, and we could compromise. You know what I'm saying, to an extent. But like change your own.
I can adapt. I mean, I feel like I'm a very adapting person. Hell, I moved out of state abruptly as hell and adapted like that. So, and this is twice. This is twice I've done this. Before I was 21 and like 2 years ago. But I feel like I can adapt. As far as living with people, I mean, I've never lived in a house where it was quiet. So I,
Quiet.
Ooh,
yes, always been a full house, always.
always.
I'm like,
This is the
like
first
peace and
time.
quiet, like
Yeah,
oh, you so used to
this is the
chaos.
first time y'all don't hear nobody yelling or anything like.
Oh, none of the black tropes. You're right.
Nothing. I'm like, which is crazy because guys, like on some serious stuff, all my life I've had noise in the background. So having prime example, my sleep schedule non-existent. So it's like
Um,
adapting is never the problem. You know, change is never the problem. It's always others that are the problem. That
mhm.
problems with my rules and my adaptions. Because you're not finna come in here thinking you finna put your feet on my porcelain table. No,
Oh
you're
no, that's disrespectful.
Oh no.
Oh
I
no.
was
Oh
yeah,
no.
that
rules
your
gonna get off at the door. That's something that's never gonna get changed. You know, like I can it's like a tit for tat. I can take and give, but you're not finna come in here and think you Big Daddy King in here. No. Because your name is not
No,
on
for
it.
real.
But you know what? I feel like no shade is kind of almost equivalent to how like a whole female can have her own space, but then when females get in relationships or whatever, and nigga come in, it's like he become like the man of the house, but your name's not on the lease type
Right.
shit. So it's like it's like it's yours in X, Y, and Z overall. But then some people get complicated when other things get involved. So I guess so that is
You
true.
just be like, look, can you do what I asked? And I can do what you asked. But
I'm flexible to a certain extent. I can adapt to any situation. So if I go in certain crowds, this crowd over here like this, I can adapt to any which way. Far as like hanging out with people, but like actually adapting and changing something in my lifestyle or what I do or my habit, it's kind of hard to switch that.
Mm,
Like
mm.
I'm not adapting and switching my route to work. I'm not adapting and changing how I start my shift at work. I'm not a you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Something it's like
stuff like
you
that.
can fix it type shit.
Yeah. Like stuff like that. It's hard for me to adapt or you just keep throwing things in to add on. I have to change it and adapt. No, because I'm set to this way and you keep wanting me to adapt to something new. I don't like too much change all at once or adapting too much. You can't just pour it all on me, but I'm flexible a little bit.
Right. Like to me, I feel like if things come in like fractions, it's more easier. Now I know sometimes there's gonna be parts in life or times in life where when the whole thing just coming at you, you gotta learn how to move and think quickly. And you have no damn choice. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, okay.
much.
No, for real. Okay, okay. I like that question that you gave us, Richard. All right.
I'm serious, not too much.
Not
For
too much, just enough, just enough. And happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers out there. It's Sunday. Hope you have a good day.
Oh
On
yeah.
to the next one. So, when dating, do your partner have to um have a lot of money, spend a lot of money, and does their money determine their value and where you place them or if they even could be your partner?
Uh,
No to all those answers for me.
No. I feel like no. I feel like as
Um,
long as you got something going on, and I can see the residuals of it, and your
Mhm.
actions actually equate to what's going on, then no. You know what I'm saying? Money have never been a big thing to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like if there's good reciprocation across the board, we good. You know what I'm saying? So money's not a factor. Now I feel like it is a factor only when you about to like elevate to certain levels. Let's say if you about to like if you about to really go down. Let's say you about to get married and stuff. Then yeah, to me that's when yes, finances got to be talked about because you're about to elevate. You're about to try to do all these new things. So it's like yeah, there's times where you have to kind of put in consideration of finance because listen, if we gonna hit a common goal, we work toward a common goal, then we need to know where we both are at. So I feel like it depends on situations like that. But it was just some basic shit on some base level. Nah, no.
No, I mean, I think
Mhm.
everything is materialistic, and money is just monetary value. That can
It
be,
is. You can't take it with you.
that can be, and technically, if you really think about it, you don't have to spend money on food or anything if you know how to cook. If you know how to do arts and crafts, you don't know how to spend money on that. So it's like it's not that, but that's not a big thing. I mean, I kind of agree with Aaron. Like, no,
I
but
feel
what,
like it depends
like
on
the big stuff,
creativity.
like weddings and houses. Yeah, what that cheddar talking? Because I'm not finna pay for everything. I'm not your sugar daddy.
Right. I feel like
Right.
it depends on really the context of the situation and like I said, the elevation of depending on where the two people are going. But I was realizing this lifestyle, even I admit when I was a baby gay, like I said, I always messed around with older men,
not
right?
a baby gay.
Not
Listen,
the
when I was 18, my mentality wasn't always how it is now. So back then, when you some people when they're young, right, they be like, shit, especially when you date somebody older, messing with somebody older, right? They be like, listen, go ahead and drop that coin on me. Everybody like to feel like the girl when you see that car come out and
You
then
see me come out?
you're like,
Yes, yes.
okay, shit, I love this. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people have that princess little bit mentality treatment where it's like, I want to be wined and dined, but sometimes the things we want, we also have to ask, can you also provide that? But then when that reality hit, bitch, it's like, you know what? Let me humble myself a little bit real quick because there's some individual, even older, that's still in that mindset of, like drop the bag on me type shit, but we both men and niggas at the end of the day, right? So if we both men here and nobody's the female, it's like even if you're feminine presented, it's like shit. Even people that gives and spend, they want to be spent on too. They want money dropped on their bag too.
Okay.
They want
Drop
their
it.
thing and all that. So I feel like
Yes.
reciprocation with maturity is
Mhm.
realized both sides need to be reciprocated. Now, if you're on some princess stuff or whatever, and you just want to be wanting to die money spent on you, go ahead because there's an audience for everybody. There's men that provide that, obviously. But I feel like true maturity is realizing like, listen, let's spend money on each other or stack that money up and flip it.
Oh, flip it.
So have y'all ever had someone that wanted you to pretty much stay home and they said basically like, I'll take care of you or you don't have to do anything. Let me, have y'all ever had that
No, but if
I'm
a
looking for
female
you. I'm looking for him.
No, never
what
me.
put my
What?
feet up, I will make sure the house is spotless. You will be able to look off the floor, baby. When I tell you what, the food is going to be hot, steaming. There is no.
Listen.
I'm
So
not
If
doing that. I'm not doing that.
I will
like
do.
like Richard said, house clean,
What?
I'm clean. And listen, if you be listen, because I feel like when a person does that, it come with a cost. So it's like, okay, what's the deal here? Like, why
Exactly.
would you give up the cheeks and the dick? Like,
That's
what's
just
really going?
me.
Because nothing in this life is ever really truly for free. It's very rare that you come across something like that. Very rare.
Thank you.
So I've been in one of those, but for me, it was me. I didn't like having to have my handed out all the time, like for money. If I needed something, I would have to go to
Exactly.
them for money, and then they'll give me what they want to give me. So
What
I
they
didn't like
want.
that feeling. So I had to get out and start getting me a job and do for myself. I don't think I'll ever do that again.
And I feel like in a man's nature, no matter how you be, I feel like it's just in our genetic code where it's like, okay, yeah, we don't mind being spoiled, but at some point we want shit for ourselves. Sometimes there's nothing like getting things for yourself versus somebody just handing to you. It just have a whole different type of feel. You know what I'm saying? Because of the
Yeah.
hard dedication.
It's
Well,
true.
I'm not I'm not accepting that. It's so hard for me to accept that because you know what? Stay at home, let me go to work. That means that they are putting money in your pocket, and
Mhm.
if you are dating, you know, you get into an argument and stuff like that. Now they're not going to send you no money, or now they're finna play with you, and or you was supposed to go out tonight, and they know they're supposed to send you some money. Y'all done had some words. Now you're not going nowhere, or they can control your movements. They
Oh,
control you because I will have the house clean. I could cook you a meal every day. I got a house clean. I could do all of that things, and I still gonna have my own job and money because I just don't like the feeling of nobody having some kind of power over me. And at some point, I feel like it's going to come up because it's human nature. Like it's going to
oh
happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just
So
feel
like at
when I
least get a part-time job or get
yeah
start some type
something
of
so
little
like
business or something. Have something for
Something,
yourself.
something. So I definitely agree. Something. Shit.
but, but you
Oof.
know what? I say this overall, I glad that I grew out of that mentality because to me it really opened up the fact that listen, the hard work could be worth it. Because sometimes when you get shit handed to you, you just don't value it the same way. When you actually put in that work to get the thing you want, then you're gonna have a whole different appreciation because it's like, hey, I invested this money in it, I'm gonna take care of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes people that just get the handout and shit, it's like the appreciation and the dedication just do not be equaling out whatsoever.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. Um, I'm going to look at the man and see how much money he have. I'm sorry. I mean, I still could be with you maybe, but I'm just saying, your lifestyle and what you like to do. So I like to travel at least twice a year. I have bills. I like to go on dates and things of that nature. I am not going to be covering all your expenses. And if you cannot, let's say I travel and you can't go on no vacation because you can't afford it. So I'm not having no time with you. So I'm not saying you got to be rich or have more money than me or whatever. I'm just saying you have to come to the table like I'm coming. If I have money and I can afford this and that, you should be able to afford it too. I can help you, of course, but I can't be fronting the bill. So I definitely, if we at home, I don't want to spend no money. I could take us out for $20 and have the best time of our life. I know how to save money and stuff, but you gotta
There,
have money.
What can you
there
bring
you
to the
go.
table
But
besides?
you know what? Sadly, some people
You
feel
gotta
like especially in this day and age, with the men and women, I just feel like this. Most people be like, shit. Let's say we go to a date, a person asks you on the day, and they take you on some 2 for 20 type shit. I would appreciate that. Everybody wants some damn steakhouse shit. Everybody want a bag dropped on them like some $100 type shit. And sometimes people don't have that $100 personality for me to drop that bag on. So I just qualify for that for, and it's no shade.
no shade. It's no
And
shade.
and I like what you
None.
said about saving money, Nelson. Like because a lot of people they may have money to spend, but then when it comes down to it, where's the money to say, for example, if the car needs to be fixed or whatever? A lot of people
Yes,
don't know how
yes.
to save, so that's a good thing to.
Miscellaneous shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, saving. Like we have money, but people spend, spend, spend. I always want the newest shoes, newest clothes.
Mhm.
And it's times two of you dating somebody. And I'm so glad that I got out of the habit of, you know, trying to be in the latest shoes or clothes and stuff like that. I'd rather save $20 for my next vacation instead of putting it on this. I'd rather go out with actual people than you know what I mean. Like I just rather save my money and like actually build something and spending it all. Like you spending it all, you have nothing left. You ain't creating nothing. How you gonna get a car or apartment? You have to save.
I agree. And people also have to realize you don't have to like spend like $200 on jeans. Listen, I can find some good looking jeans, and that shit cost me like my $16 jeans could match off 200 and quality, fabric, and everything. And that's one thing about me. I've always been a humble person. You know, I never care about the latest stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not going to rock something from 1986 and 2026, but I'm gonna have something he's decent enough, to
Exactly.
get and move. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too old, but nothing too new.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
I love that question, Nelson. That kind of like it shows like how can you be open minded, but also how can what can you bring to the table? Like
Yes.
even a qualification, but if I'm bringing the table, the meals and everything, what else can you bring? Can you bring the forks, the spoons, the knives?
Thank you. Yes.
It's a group collaborative effort.
Yeah, but that brings me to my next question. Do you believe in true love? Meaning having that special person that turns into your forever. Someone that you can always count on no matter what. What does that look like for y'all?
I love this question.
Aaron, you want to answer that question since you're engaged?
Right. Okay. Can you answer that?
I was gonna say. I thought he was gonna be the first one. So let me tell you.
Hang on, because to me this is passion, right? So to me, what it looked like is when a person see you when other people don't see you, right? It goes beyond words. It's like a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we all start at a surface-based level, right? Mm-hmm. But over time, with communication and understanding, and it's a lot of work. It's always going to be work. But you also have to look at it as this is work to elevate, not to tear me down type shit. So it's communication, it's compromising, it's hearing each other out. You know what I'm saying? It's also reading and listening to understand, to comprehend. You know what I'm saying? So it's a combination of a lot of good things. And one day it could turn into 6 years. So it's like to me, it's all rotation, competitiveness. Listen to understand, compromise, listen to your partner, what they saying. You know what I'm saying? Tone delivery do matter. But just hearing a person out. You know what I'm saying? And it's the little things that matter, not always the big things.
Mm-hmm.
For me, okay, so I've always had people that tell me because I tend to date or tend to have been in a couple of relationships. People always say like, the judging type of thing is what I'm trying to say. But for me, I know that I know I'm a husband material. That's just me. I'm more relationship type of thing. I don't like the whole boyfriend thing, but I know you got to get to that.
Yeah, there's levels.
That's where it starts. But I know myself. I'm definitely husband material. So
here we go.
Oh, you want to get that now?
You want to meet him at the altar.
You know what? I feel like this
material, but I'm afraid to go down that road again because I've been there.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've been there. I'm scared. I'm ducking that fade right now, currently. Ducking all that.
But I mean, here's the thing, though. I feel like even through some situations that don't turn out well, one thing I also realize is don't let one situation defy. Some people feel like one situation could defy them for everyone else. Like they said, once one person messed up, everybody else messed it up. But I feel like, everybody just diverse different. One person mistake is not my mistake.
True that, but I think go ahead, Richard.
Like no, like that whole like literally like thank you, like oh my god. You know how many times like I've dated people since living up here who've had that mindset where they've dated somebody who was not good for them, and it was just directed towards me, and I'm like, sir, excuse me, I am I am friend, I am homie, I am lover, I am therapist. Stop playing with me. What? If
It's
I
like
can
Yeah.
projection
you know,
type shit.
if I
Right.
can teach a child the hardest being on this earth, I can teach an adult the exact same way. Do I want to do that? No. I'm not teaching you how to love me. I'm teaching you how to treat me like a human being. You're gonna learn how to love me as we progress this. And if we don't progress,
Mhm.
hey, no love lost. But
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Yeah,
definitely
but
feel like true love. I do believe in true love. I do believe in love. Period. I am one of those people. Unfortunately, fortunately, unfortunately, however you guys want to put it, I am one of those people where I feel like love solves all. Being happy, and like being in love, it brings out a whole different side of you. And
It do.
I've been experiencing love twice now. Ooh, I'll fight. I ain't gonna hold
I,
you. Prison
yeah.
would be my.
Deal.
It's
35 years to life.
This is why
it's
I said
it's
to
a
myself,
whole different special feeling. Like I
yeah,
think it's one of the greatest feelings in the world because it's like you get to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Especially for men, it's hard for us to be because we be kind of guarded sometimes. So when we let down our guard, it's like a person. It comes with great appreciation.
Yes.
And what you said you'll fight, but also is the other person going to be willing to fight? Because
exactly.
sometimes it just be one that's willing to fight, and then the other one just be like not willing and want to walk away
Oh
from the
yeah, yeah,
situation.
yeah. See,
Yeah,
then that's when you have to have discernment and check out.
and I
Like
mean,
you
Yeah.
know,
I look, I'm
listen. I
kind of
feel
the
like
same person.
especially in this community, for some reason, we admire youth. So time is a precious thing. Now, some people, when they're younger, they be like, I got all the time in the world. Once you get past a certain age point, you be like, okay, my time limited. I can't just give it to just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like now I gotta have the discernment of, okay, what do you see yourself in 4 to 5 years? You gotta run down these questions that you wouldn't run down in the years where you kind of almost like was just like, okay, I got time. So now it's like, okay, now I gotta really interview you because it's like shit. I'm at this age, this is where I'm at. What
Hmm.
is this giving? You know what
I
I'm saying?
I I definitely think that um you can damn what I was gonna say. You can get with someone and they definitely could bring their old baggage onto you. And I definitely don't agree with that. I think you have to wash your hands clean of any past trauma, any past relationship. I am ducking a fade now, but I'm definitely am open to love. I think when you date someone in general, don't look at the breakup, look at how much time y'all spent. So don't say, oh, we broke up. I always say, well, I had someone love me for 10 years. I was engaged. You know what I'm saying? That chapter is closed. I can proceed forward. So like a lot of us have bitter after a breakup and things like that. And that's why we project it onto the next person versus closing that chapter and preparing yourself for the new one. Now I'm scared, so I'm running away, but don't mean that I'm not going if I do find someone, I'm not going to project anger or past trauma onto them.
Yeah,
Right. And I think the other thing too also is I feel like no matter what it is, and I know everybody we all try to say the same thing across the board where we want somebody to come to us like, hey, you done, one and done, chapters closed, like listen, are you healed, all this and that. I feel like at the end of the day, healing is gonna always forever be an ongoing thing, no matter if it's trauma or X, Y, and Z, no matter what it is. Question is how do you maneuver with that? How do you communicate that with whoever you date or who your partner is? Because like we said previous episodes ago, we can't blame people for our triggers or things they don't know. A person have to be willing to explain, like, hey, this is the reason why I operate like this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you haven't noticed it or not, but this is why I operate and feel how I feel and how I move. Once you
hmm,
explain that, I feel like you give the person a choice, like, okay, do I want to deal with this? It can, is this manageable? Type shit. Because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I feel like, listen, I'm not expecting you to give me all the cards and everything on the first day when we date or X, Y, and Z. Obviously, that shit gonna come with time. But eventually, whatever the dark secret it is, or whatever the trauma it is, you got to tell me eventually, hey, why do you operate this way? Because I noticed these certain patterns.
Right.
Yes.
All right, let's change
Yeah.
this because that's leading into my next question,
Mhm.
which
Okay.
if that's okay, Nelson.
Yeah.
Let's ride it. Let's rock it.
How does your unhealed trauma impact or affect your everyday life? Are you taking the proper steps to heal or not, or are you just sweeping it under the rug, creating sand underwater when it's not going to help?
Um, and my 30 years of life experience for me, when it comes to trauma and situations in general, I guess for me, because of my upbringing, I just learned to live with it. Either pour it into a project or, always have support to talk it out. You know what I'm saying? So communication, always having that one, like we said at the beginning of the episode, I always had a person to talk to. So it was either one or two things. Either I talk it out or I pour that energy into something else. Something else. Yeah, I might got my tears and stuff, but for me it works in two ways. So
Yeah. I as a person who has been working with kids for so long, I definitely, and this is just my opinion, my advice. I feel like talking helps, but that's just one part. Tears helps, but it's just one part. You have to be able to literally sit sober minded, everything. And I've done this before. This is why my energy has shifted so much. But you have to literally sit and feel all of it, feel everything, and let it all out. Scream, cry, like punch, kick, do anything. And I've done this outside, I've done this in here. It helps a lot. And I tell my kids to do this a lot. Like I tell my students this all the time. Release it. Because if you hold it in, it's going to be like a volcano that is just waiting to erupt. A volcano is never dormant. Like I don't know why
right.
people keep thinking that. Like it takes one small thing to just go woof, and now you have a whole wildfire.
But see, my thing is sometimes the stereotype when it comes to like men across the board or just black men in general, in this community, and I'm just gonna speak with the black, community because I feel like it's always the stereotype trope where the females get to feel everything, they get to process everything, X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
Growing up as a young black boy, and this how even my father operated. It's like, what you crying for? Like, let's break this down. It's like what you said, Richard. Like, let's break this down, dissect this. Like, what's really going on? So it's
Yeah,
like either you had the figure or the father or whatever who was either like, hey, let's break this down or whatever, or the other person be like, hey, just suck it up. I don't care how you do whatever you do, but we got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Rest of
mhm.
the females, the females get baby and all this and that.
I
So
like to take it to the nitty gritty.
right. So it's like for men, it could be a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? Just to be fair.
I think okay, you wanna go, Padero?
Um, I feel like sometimes you just need some closure. Sometimes it's okay to like even like reach out to that person or whatever that past trauma was and try to heal from it after that. I think that helps. That helps me usually, but
Yeah.
But
not all the time.
at the same time, I also realize, and this is just with maturity, you're not gonna always get the closure. Sometimes you have to learn just to move on.
You're right. You're right. And then, but you attempt to have that closure,
Yeah.
and because you attempt to have that closure, it's closed because you know what I'm saying. You attempt it, and you feel good
Yeah,
about like
Yeah.
at least attempting to do it,
Exactly.
yeah,
and
And I feel
that
like it's closure within
really
self.
right.
It doesn't
So
have to necessarily be closure with like prime example, like, oh, I have to have closure with this person because they hurt me to a point where it's like not even explainable. But I don't care what they do over there. What they eat don't make me shit at all.
That
because
part.
it could be you try to have closure with them, and they feel as if like no, I don't want to talk about it. That's fine. you've made the attempt
Hmm.
to try, and that should be good enough. That should be your closure right there. I've tried.
Mhm.
See, to me, I
Yeah.
feel
Now
like
let me
it
move
depends on the
forward.
person or the situation. Once again, going back to factors. You know what I'm saying? If you like a non-factor and shit, and this is just like some on some one shit, then I'll be like, okay, I know what category to put you in, and you're dismissed. Now, if you're a close friend and we got some good rapport and stuff, yeah, I'm going to address it to you, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I have value in our friendship. So it depends on the value of the person in the situation for me. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
energy, child,
I
my
think
energy.
we should I think that people hold on to trauma, and that's the problem. I'm real good with like letting go, and I can identify. I know for a child, Richard, you teach children. For a child, that's hard to process that way. But I take the trauma. I know what the trauma is, and I don't let it happen again going forward. Like I don't minimize it, but I feel like when we keep placing traumas and problems and stress on ourselves, we become traumatized versus understanding it and letting it go, not forgetting and stuff like that. I think I do real well at like not being overly traumatized with things because I process it, understand it, and like I take it out of my head.
You
Yeah.
have
Well,
you
But you know what?
it wears on your body. Like you can see trauma, misery. You can see that, and a lot of
Yes,
people don't
yes.
see it. And
But
the
it's
fact
like cry. It's like cry it out. Cry it out. What you holding it in for? Cry it out. Go speak to
Yeah,
a therapist about it. Cause and one thing for our black people, we were just talking about it. Like we do not use therapy and get the right help. We hold it in, cry. And like you said, Aaron, we was raised up. Our father would bash the males or just guys growing up in general. Be tough. Don't cry like your sister. Be a man. If you bust your knee open, walk it off. Don't hold it in. Hold it in. I
yeah,
remember being stuff like
you
that,
know,
but it's okay.
but see, I feel like that goes back to the being grown is also part of unlearning certain things that you have learned. So I feel like it's one of those tropes where I feel like with men across the board, we have to somewhat unlearn that it's okay to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing: my feelings and the way I move is much as valid as my mother's or my sisters or my aunties or X, Y, Z because we all human across the board. Just because we have different things between our legs doesn't mean our either feelings are not valid. So
right.
yes, I
Exactly.
have the right to feel the way I feel and to create space to feel the way I feel.
Exactly.
well, I actually feel like soon me personally, because I have actually like a dream that always comes back, and I wake up. So I think I'm going to eventually do some therapy because it's something that happened when I was younger, and it wakes me up as a bad dream. So I think I was speaking on
Yeah.
that. That makes me think that like I should take a little bit of
Yeah.
therapy.
And a lot of people
Yeah.
think therapists or therapy is a bad thing or is like
No.
frowned upon. I've been in therapy multiple times, and therapy is not just, oh, let me talk to another person. Therapy is also God. Therapy is also music. Therapy is what you make it out to be. My therapy is not talking anymore. My therapy is crying and listening to music. I talk to God, I listen to music, and I'm like, okay. And I'll take a walk. I'll literally take a walk, especially when it's sunny outside. And I'm like, all right, some
Oh
sun,
yeah, it's so
me
good.
feel better. And some,
Yeah.
and now I'm back to like rational thinking. I don't have to, oh my goodness, I'm so like, I don't know what to do. I'm breathe. I
Bro.
always I tell people, breathe,
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah,
breathe.
I feel
It's
you.
gonna be
I feel you.
okay. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm just breathe. You can't handle it at once if you're literally you can't handle any situation if you're frantic. It won't
Yeah,
work.
you can. Yeah. Yeah. Therapy is awesome. I love therapy. I think it's someone that don't know you at all, and you literally can just give out everything.
Oh,
You don't have to hold back. You don't have to um limit what you say. I love therapy and it's so worth it. Even if you okay, you can have Therapy every week. I got a friend right now. She do therapy every Friday, and she simply love it because she just releasing everything that's in her mind and her body, and it just make her like super bright. So I just love therapy. It's good.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anything? Any other last commentary?
But
We cut off in an hour, right?
Absolutely.
I do want to say thank you guys, Aaron and Cordero, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh,
Thank
you're
y'all.
welcome.
It was
You're
really,
welcome.
really fun, and I really, really love it. I, I hate to say it, but I love taking control over things sometimes. So it's kind of like I love
Well,
to.
I can show your
Yeah,
personality.
'cause, like
Yeah.
so I see other people looking at me, even not even just my students, like people that come into the classroom to do observations and like shit like that. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys having me on the show. I love doing this. I didn't know I was going to enjoy it so much,
Right.
and I look forward to Sunday at 3 o'clock, and I hope you guys look forward to it too.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
we got a lot of
watching.
content coming. We got so much stuff in the back. Y'all, we gonna have fun with this already.
We're gonna get into some things. Y'all ain't really hear nothing yet. We got some more things coming for you guys.
Oh yes, we do.
Ooh.
I
But
see.
yeah.
Go ahead, Quitter. You got a final word?
No.
All right, then. I'm in your stuff now. Y'all all have a blessed Mother's Day. Have a blessed Sunday.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
You can